a guy who had like only 3 EuroLeague game experience, Alexei Pokusevski. And his question was, he thinks that he is the first unicorn type of player in the EuroLeague. So what do you think about that type of players generally in Europe? By unicorn, he says, I mean tall, skinny players with solid technical ability and 3-point shot.
I mean, that would be Wemby, wouldn't it? Didn't Wemby play EuroLeague?
He actually played before he went to Metropolitans.
Yeah, before he went to Metropolitans, he was at Asville, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give him to be the first unicorn. But I'm like, he's talking about the tall 7-foot point guard, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, point forward.
Point forward, yeah. He should be special. I like everything that he's shown as far as the G League goes. If he comes here and he does that, even his time with the Thunder, I like his game. It's going to be hard to guard. I don't really see who do you put on him. You can't really put a guard on him. You can't really put a big. So he's going to be a tough matchup. He's definitely it's going to be ups and downs for sure for him as well, because I can see certain matchups like even with like Will Clyburn guarding him, or so to say, or maybe a Justin Anderson's. Like those, there's people in the EuroLeague, I think, on every team who can match that just off their experience and physicality. So he's gonna have to make an adjustment, but I think he's good.
I think physicality probably should be an issue number one for him.
Yeah,
just want to see how he copes with that. To me, you know, in the NBA, he had a lot of problems because of that. You can have as much skill as you want, but if you cannot handle the contact, it's going to be hard for you to show that. So that's my biggest issue for him.
Yeah, and I doubt he will get consistent opportunities on Partizan, because basically nobody gets those consistent minutes in the team. At one point you can, finish the games to be a closer. At the another point you might not even play in the game, or you might miss the entire game and just then show up in the fourth quarter, to decide the game. So that's how Zeljko runs his team. And with the young guys, I bet it's always hard. It's always those young guys, they get a lot of lessons from Zeljko, and usually he's patient in some way, but at the same time he might be really hard coach on you.
I mean, last year we were in Belgrade for the derby, end of October, and 5 minutes remaining in the game in the fourth quarter, KP subs out KP. Zeljko subs out KP, and then I think Zach as well, and then Partizan goes on a run and wins that game. Yeah. So it's for Zeljko, it's all about.
And they win the game with Yaramaz, with Ponitka, I guess, with
Ponitka, Alexa, yeah. So it doesn't really matter your status on the team for him.
Sometimes it just matters about that night, how the game's going.
Right.
Can't control that. If you having an off night and then there's somebody who's having a better night than you, probably should go with the dude who's having a better night. Like, and, I mean, coach you can't really question. Win. Yeah, coach needs to win. You can't really question him when it comes to that. Like he's the top of the top in Europe when it comes to coaching and winning. So whatever decisions he usually goes with, you kind of just got to ride with him.